These are the Sunday recommendations for my free email list for January the 29th, 2023. Final reminder, if you're only on the free email list, this will be your last Sunday recommendations email. But you can keep in touch with me in all the ways on the screen. Okay, this week's blog post is Favorite Recommendations from 2022, Part 2. This week we're covering favorite paintings and sculptures from 2022's recommendations. Second recommendation, Joseph Haydn's Symphony No. 45 in F-sharp minor, known as the Farewell Symphony. It dates to 1772. Here's the story behind this symphony. Nikolaus I, Prince Esterhazy, was known as the Magnificent for his palaces, his clothing, he owned a jacket studded with diamonds, and his grand musical productions. Some said that he had more income than the Austrian emperor. By the early 1770s, Nikolaus was spending as much as 10 months of the year at Esterházy, his huge palace in rural Hungary. An extremely musical man, he played the cello, the viola da gamba, and the baritone, and kept some 15 or 20 musicians on his palace payroll. Haydn, the leader of those musicians, wrote 126 trios incorporating a baritone for Nikolaus, as well as numerous symphonies and hundreds of other works. But there was a problem. The musicians' families were in Eisenstadt, a day's journey away, and they missed them. But then, as now, well-paying gigs for musicians were rare, so tact was required in making a complaint. Haydn, according to a story he told his biographer, conveyed the musicians' desire in the Farewell Symphony. While performing the adagio of the final movement, the musicians one by one snuffed out the candles on their music stands and left the stage. By the end of the movement, only Haydn and the concertmaster were still performing. Nikolaus's court returned to Eisenstadt the following day. I've given you a link to a YouTube video of the Sinfonia Rotterdam, and you're looking for the final movement, the Presto Adagio, which begins at 1830. Do not dare hit play and walk away from the screen because you need to see the ending. Third recommendation, Scaramouche, a movie from 1952. It's based on a Raphael Sabatini novel and stars Stuart Granger, Eleanor Parker, Janet Leigh, and Mel Ferrer. The final scene is about as swashbuckling as movies get. The fourth recommendation this week is a poem about swashbuckling movies, in fact. And that's it for this week. As always, thank you for listening.